You walk into the room, and your eyes go to their face before you've even said hello. You clock the set of their jaw, the speed of their footsteps, whether the door closed softly or landed hard. None of it is conscious exactly. It just happens, faster than thought. You haven't asked how their day was yet, and you already have a read. A good one means you can relax, just a little. A bad one means you're already recalculating what you were about to say. You didn't choose to become this fluent in someone else's face. So why does it feel like a survival skill you can't turn off? Sign 1. You scan their face before you say, "Good morning." Before the first word comes out of your mouth, your eyes have already done a full pass. Forehead, eyes, mouth, shoulders. You're not deciding what to say yet. You're deciding whether it's safe to say anything at all. This isn't about being observant. It's a habit your body built to buy you a second of warning before you need it, and it fires whether or not there's actually anything to be warned about. Sign 2. You listen to how a door closes more than what gets said next. A door shut a little too firmly, footsteps a little too fast. And you know something before a single word has been spoken. Sound becomes information long before language does. That's not oversensitivity. It's your nervous system pulling data from wherever it can get it. Because waiting for someone to say what's wrong has at some point been too slow or too costly. Sign 3. You rehearse ordinary sentences before you say them out loud. Asking what's for dinner or whether they want to watch something shouldn't require a script, but you find yourself running the sentence through your head first, checking the tone, softening a word, timing it for a moment that feels less risky. Most people don't think twice before asking something small. If you do, it's usually because some past version of asking taught you that timing mattered. Sign 4. You wait to see which version of them you're dealing with before you decide how to act. You don't fully relax into being yourself until you've figured out what kind of day it is, warm and easy or tense and short. Only once you know do you decide how much of yourself to bring into the room. That constant recalibration is exhausting, and it's also not really about them in any one moment. It's a pattern your body runs on repeat, regardless of how the day actually turns out. Sign 5. You make yourself smaller around them without deciding to. Your voice gets a little quieter, your opinions get a little softer, you laugh a little less freely. None of this is a conscious choice. It's an adjustment your body makes on its own, the same way you'd instinctively lower your voice in a library. Shrinking isn't weakness. It's a strategy that, at some point, kept things calmer, even if it's costing you now. Sign 6. You feel calmer around almost anyone else than you do around them. With friends, with coworkers, even with strangers, you can just exist without the background scanning. Then, you're back in the same room as them, and the vigilance clicks back on, even on the good days. That contrast can be confusing when you genuinely love them. It's not a measure of how much you care. It's a measure of how much your body has learned to brace, specifically here. Sign 7. Their silence feels louder than anyone else's words. A quiet response from them can sit with you for hours, turned over and re-examined, while a much sharper comment from someone else barely registers. The silence isn't actually bigger. It's just from someone whose moods you've learned may be out of necessity to track more closely than your own. None of this means you're overreacting or that you're impossible to be around. It means some part of you learned, a long time ago, that safety depended on getting ahead of someone else's mood. And that skill doesn't just switch off because the relationship it was built for has changed. You're allowed to want a version of closeness that doesn't require constant monitoring. Next time, we're looking at something different. Not who you're bracing for, but who you become when you stop being with them and start missing yourself instead.